If your teammate misses one angle, you lose the round. That's PUBG Blindspot. This is Checkpoint Dunion, and today we're breaking down whether this top-down tactical shift is actually well cooked or underseasoned. Blindspot trades Battle Royale chaos for a tight 5v5 rounds built around sightlines, coordination, and punishing mistakes. You're not leaning corners in first person, you're managing shared divisions, tracking blind spots, and trusting someone to cover what you can't see. It's slower, it's deliberate, and if you try to play like a run and gun shooter, you're going to get burned fast. So, does this tactical remix deliver something crispy, or does it need more time in the oven? Let's break it down. Gameplay starts before the round even begins. It starts with who you pick. Operators here aren't cosmetic swaps. Each one define how you influence the round. Some lock down spaces and control angles. Others are aggressive entries for fast pressure. And a few lean into intel and utility, shaping information instead of just firefights. You're not just choosing the gun, you're choosing a role. And once the round begins, vision becomes everything. The shared sightline system is a mechanic that defines blind spot. You don't just see your own cone of vision, you see your teammates as well. That's turning positioning into a team responsibility. When coverage overlaps, that map feels controlled. When someone drops an angle, that collapse is instant. There's also a crouch mechanic that adds another layer of depth. You need to adjust your aim downward to properly hit crouched opponents. It sounds small, but in tight firefights, that small mechanical detail decides the round. In a game built around angles, that matters. Even from a top-down view, the classic tactical rule still applies. Swing or be swung. Hesitate at the doorway, someone else won't. Tension isn't reduced, it's redistributed. Performance-wise, it runs smoothly, controls feel responsive, round pacing stays consistent, and you can feel the early access edges. Mostly in balance and polish, but nothing that breaks the experience. Overall, this is a coordination first shooter, and if you try to play solo hero, you're gonna get burnt fast. Visually, PUBG Blindspot prioritizes clarity over spectacle. And that's the right call for a tactical game. The top-down perspective gives you instant readability with sightlines that are obvious, cover that is easy to interpret. Enemy movement is clean and trackable. When multiple players and effects fill that screen, the battlefield never becomes confusing. And in a game that's built around vision, that really does matter. But it's not visually flashy. Some environments feel functional more than atmospheric. Textures can look repetitive after extended play due to the lack of maps, and a few animations lack that extra layer of crispy polish you'd expect from a fully finished tactical shooter. It's not ugly, it's just not fully seasoned yet. On the audio side, things are solid but familiar. Gunshots and effects echo the franchise's roots, which makes them recognizable but not always distinct. In a tactical game where sound cues can decide rounds, you want every audio signal to be sharp and unmistakable. Footsteps, gadgets, and vision alerts all work. They communicate what they need to, but there's room for more punch and variation as development continues. With the fantastic animation that's played on the menu screen, overall the presentation supports the gameplay instead of distracting from it. It does its job well. It just hasn't reached that crispy, fully polished layer yet. PUBG Blindspot surprised me a lot. At its core, it still feels like a tactical shooter. Angles, timing, map knowledge, and the top-down shift doesn't water down that feeling at all. It reframes it. And in some ways, it makes positioning even more visible and punishing. The shared vision system is the standout mechanic. When your team is coordinated, the map feels locked down. And when it's not, that collapse is almost immediate. That tension is real, just expressed differently. But it's not flawless. Right now, the biggest limitation is map variety. The layouts are easy to learn, which helps new players. But long-term death is capped when you're revisiting the same angles. Add the early access polish gaps in the visuals and audios, and you can feel that it's still developing. Mention the ad that the free-to-play is a great part of it, and it does help that getting new players in to try the game is a very good idea to start, especially where it's at. Now here's how the scale works. On this channel, a 7 is a cautious recommendation with a solid foundation but clear limitations. An 8 is a confident recommendation. The core experience works. It delivers what it promises, even if it's not perfect. And I don't like half numbers, so if it's stronger than a 7.5, it earns the full 8. And this earns it. So when it comes to the final crunch, PUBG Blindspot earns the 8 out of 10 onion rings. Structured, deliberate, and just shy of fully seasoned. This is Checkpoint Dunion, where every game gets a taste test. Let me know what should be in the fryer next, and we'll see you in the next video.